My friends, I tell you tonight, with all the love in my heart and all the certainty in my soul, that you are already what you wish to be. What you seek is not outside of you. It is not in chance, nor in luck, nor in circumstance. It is within you. It is finished. You ask me, Neville, can I win the lottery? And I say to you, you have already won. But you must now do the work. Not outer work, but the inner movement. The movement of assumption. The movement of belief. The movement of the imagination. Let me remind you again. Imagination creates reality. The world responds not to your words, but to the assumptions you hold to be true. Do you desire a great sum of money, perhaps from the lottery? Then do not approach this desire with pleading or hope. Approach it with certainty. For all things are yours if you will but claim them in consciousness. I am not speaking of fantasy or wishful thinking. I speak of a controlled inner experience, the deliberate crafting of the end scene in your mind until you feel it as real. So tonight, let us begin. Close your eyes. Withdraw your attention from the world you know, the bills, the doubts, the so-called odds. They mean nothing. You are not here to live by odds. You are here to live by law. The law is simple. What you feel as true becomes your world. What you assume to be already yours must be expressed. So now, I ask you to construct the scene that would follow your win. Not the scene of buying the ticket, no. That is not the end. The end is the feeling of having won. What would you do after you found out you had won? Where would you be? What would you see? Who would be the first person you'd call? What would they say to you? Darling, I can't believe it. You actually won. How much? Oh my God. Yes, feel it. Let their excitement become your excitement. Let the tone of their voice echo in your mind. Feel the phone in your hand. Hear your own voice saying, yes, it's real. I won. I'm holding the ticket in my hand right now. Feel the texture of the paper, the numbers, your numbers, printed clearly, unchanging, forever burned into your reality. You look again. Yes, it's real. It has already happened. You won. And now feel your body. How does it feel to know that you are now financially free? Do you walk differently? Is there a peace in your chest? A lightness in your breath? Yes, there it is. That is the feeling. Hold it. Dwell in it. Live in the end. For as long as you occupy that state, the bridge of incidents must unfold. The world must conform. The shell must break. You may not know how it will happen. That is not your concern. The how is the job of the deeper self, the God within you. You are the operant power, not the mechanic. So you do not look for signs. You do not beg or chase. You simply assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and rest in it. Now let me tell you a story. There was once a woman who came to one of my lectures in Los Angeles. She desired to win a large sum of money. She had been playing the lottery for years, but never with success. She asked me, Neville, am I blocking myself somehow? I said to her, my dear, you are still hoping, still wishing. Stop it. You must live as though it has already happened. So I told her, go home and construct a scene that would only be true if you had already won. I said, don't try to force it. Just imagine a simple, natural conversation. One that implies the wish is fulfilled. She did. Night after night, she imagined sitting at her sister's kitchen table, both of them sipping tea, her sister's hand reaching across the table to hold hers and saying, I still can't believe it. You're a millionaire now. She would feel the warmth of her sister's hand. She would smell the tea. She would hear her own laughter saying, neither can I, but here we are. And do you know what happened? Within 3 months, she won, not just once, but twice. The first win was modest. The second changed her life. And when I saw her again, she said, Neville, it happened exactly as I imagined. The tea, the table, the words, everything. Why? Because she finally understood. Imagining creates reality. She did not imagine to get. She imagined because it was already done. And so I say to you, stop asking when. Stop asking how. The moment you imagine with feeling, it is done. Now you may say, Neville, what if I feel doubt? Then I say, persist. Repetition creates belief. Go back into the scene again and again until it feels natural. You are not lying to yourself. You are rewriting the script. All of life is a play, and you are both author and actor. And now you choose a new role, the winner, the millionaire, the one who no longer worries about money. In this new role, what would you do? How would you give? Who would you help? Begin to walk as that version of yourself now. You don't need to wait for the outer to change before you feel rich. You feel rich first, and the world rearranges. Money flows, opportunities appear. The ticket comes, the win arrives, and you stand there, not surprised but grateful, because you knew the law, and you lived by it. So tonight, before you sleep, imagine again. Make it vivid, make it simple, make it feel like home. You are not trying to get lucky. You are simply claiming what is already yours in imagination. And imagination is God. Yes, imagination is God in action. So when you sit quietly and feel that you have already won, you are communing with God. You are creating reality. You are setting the wheel in motion. Do not speak against it. Do not say, but the odds. There are no odds. There is only law. And law is this: assume it is true. Persist in that assumption, and it will harden into fact. I have seen this work with jobs, with health, with love, and yes, with money. The amount is irrelevant. To God, there is no difference between a penny and $1 million. The only question is, what do you accept as true? So now, my beloved friends, accept this. You have won. It is yours. Feel it, know it, and it must be.